Hello, hello. Welcome to Walter's Rear Window, a podcast hosted by yours truly, Maya and Claire.
Our podcast is based in Portland, Oregon, and we'll be covering everything from movies and films, trendy local food spots, to whatever else pops into our mind. Hello. Welcome to another episode of Walter's Rear Window. On today's topic, we're going to talk about our holiday drinks, and Maya and I are actually planning a pretty small holiday party coming up.
Yup.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's Maya's it's gonna be held at Maya's apartment, and they only allow like up to 10 people, right?
Yep. So we're doing a little mini extravaganza.
And we're gonna talk about some like party planning ideas we had, and also Maya and I recently saw the movie Wicked. What do you think about that, Maya?
Oh my god. Okay, so you are opening up the floodgates if you ask me what I think about Wicked. Okay, a little backstory. Let's roll it back like 10 years. I am the oldest of 4 girls, so me and my sisters all really are, deep into the sisterhood thing. And my mom, when we were very young, decided that we should go see Wicked, and she watched it and she was like, oh my god, this is a sisterhood play. And she made it like a very big part of our lives. I saw Wicked live, not necessarily, I saw it on Broadway, I think twice, but I saw it live on stage, I think probably 9 times, like unironically. Genuinely, I've seen this play so many times, with the most recent having been in Portland at the Keller Auditorium 2 months ago, which was very good, by the way. It was really fun. But I loved Wicked, and it is such a big part of my personality. And I think a lot of people, it's coming out that it's a big part of a lot of people's personality, which I love. So when I saw the casting for Ariana Grande as Glinda, I was immediately like heartbroken. I was like, I don't know, man, they're going to ruin my favorite musical. This is like such an important musical to me. Like, I think it's not going to be good. I'm so nervous. And then I saw the first trailer and I was still really not sold. I was like, I don't know. This is not going to be.
Who did you want it to be? Like, did you have like a perfect celebrity in mind that you wanted to play Glinda?
That's such a hard question, because I didn't have anyone specific in mind. Do I think like a Florence Pugh could handle it? Yeah, I do. But
because she sing though.
That's the problem. And so like when they brought Ariana Grande into the conversation, I was like, why did you do this? Why? Because Kristen Chenoweth was she originated the role, right? And so she was so specific. She had such an intense vibe that was like it brought such a hilarious tone to the character that I really wasn't sure Ariana Grande was going to be able to do. Let me tell you, I saw Wicked, I walked in, I wanted to be a hater, and I walked out sobbing because it was so fucking good. Like, I really, really, really loved the movie. And now, Claire and I have a hard and fast rule. Hour and 45 minutes for a movie. It should not be longer than that.
Yeah, it should not be longer than 2 hours. Like, if we're being honest, maybe like 2 hours and like 30 minutes.
Yes.
But like at least like
shave 15
that's
minutes
pushing
off.
it for me.
Yeah, exactly. So like that was my one qualm with it, is like it was way too long. And especially because the play itself, I think, is a max of 2 hours and 30 minutes, which is shorter than the actual movie, the part 1 movie. So like they're doing kind of a Hobbit thing.
It's going to end up being 6 hours.
Exactly. Yeah. So like it's becoming kind of a Hobbit thing, which like I do have a problem with, but I was so entertained. And Ariana Grande was incredible. She did her absolute best Kristen Chenoweth impression, which was very good. And I wholeheartedly enjoyed her. Cynthia stole the show. Like, she was incredible. Like, I was sitting there. The Wizard and I is like really when I just like locked in. I was like, oh, I'm going to love this. I'm going to love it. It's just, aww. I walked in wanting to be a hater, but I'm going to love it. So I don't know. I had a lot of fun. How did you feel, Claire?
So I don't have the same Wicked connection as you. This is I've never seen it as a play or as like even just like on TV or as a movie or anything. So this is kind of my first time seeing Wicked. My closest connection to it is I saw The Wizard of Oz on a plane when I was a kid. So
I love that.
That's the closest.
Wait, that's so interesting.
Yeah, so I kind of knew the songs, like Popular and Defying Gravity are very popular. And I've heard those songs before, but I don't really know the plot. And I didn't know that this film was supposedly about the two of them, Glinda and Alphaba, in college. Like the part one was about that, and I didn't know about the talking animals.
Yep, yep, that's a big part of it.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it. Musicals are not my favorite genre of film, just because I don't know. They can turn cheesy pretty fast for me and just kind of cringe.
Yeah, that's fair.
And yeah, but I enjoyed this one. I thought the singing was fantastic, and I thought Ariana did like a really good job as Glinda. Like she had what I think like a pretty like good witch would look like and sound like, and I think. The one thing I will say is I feel like they could have done more with like the makeup and because the costume and the set were really elaborate, but the makeup and the faces in general were just a little bit plain. So I feel like they could have done a little bit more with that. But other than that, I liked it. I thought it was fine. It was really long, but
dude, I mean,
okay.
For a 2 hour and 45-minute movie, that is a glowing review from Claire. So I feel like I'm obsessed with Wicked. I've seen it so many times. I loved it, obviously. Claire sat through 2 hours and 45 minutes of it and said it was pretty good. So you guys should go see this movie.
It was pretty good. It was just a little long. But
I think the costumes were amazing. And like, I thought it was so funny because I watched this video recently about the guy who actually wrote the play, or the musical rather. And he was talking about, there's this one line in The Wizard of Oz that like sparked the entire like concept for the musical. There's also a book, but I don't know if he wrote the book or not. I'm not clear on that, so like correct me. But he was talking about this line in the movie The Wizard of Oz where it's the Wicked Witch first runs into Glinda and Dorothy. And she goes, I should have known it was you. It had something to do with you, Glinda. And he paused it and was like, so like that kind of implies that they like had a relationship, like they like knew each other before this. And he was like, what if they knew each other in college? And then he wrote the musical Wicked, which is so funny. Like I was like, oh, I love that. Like I love that it's like that one line of like, I should have known turned into like loathing. Like I love that.
Yeah, it's like where did you see it? Because I went to the Regal Hollywood, the Regal Fox Tower downtown to see it. And so it was so the Fox Tower, it's like in a mall kind of. It's kind of like sectioned off from the mall.
Okay.
So when I went to see it, there was a lot of like family around, which I was a little bit surprised by because I saw the night show. I went there at 7:30.
So I got out late o'clock. Yeah.
At late o'clock. And there was still a lot of family there. So I was kind of surprised. But yeah, I think it held the attention of the kids. So
that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Where did you see it?
I saw it at the St. John's Theater, which, by the way, I have never been to. Independent theater. It was so cute. And Wyatt has gone a couple times before. He went last summer, and he said like it was a little bit like it was kind of in progress. But when we went this time, it was like they had revamped the whole thing. Like they had brand new seats and like it was super clean. The popcorn and stuff was very good. Yeah, so like I would totally recommend that theater. It was small, like and it was no assigned seating, so you kind of had to get there first, which was good because like I don't know, of course we were early to the showing of Wicked, so we got like the best seats in the house. But yeah, I got to go with Wyatt and my mom, and it was so much fun because my mom and I have seen it so many times together, and Wyatt has now seen it once, but when we saw it, this was at the Keller Auditorium. When we saw it there, we had nosebleed seats, so like it was a little bit hard to like understand what was going on. And so like actually like getting him to like watch the movie and like understand what's happening in it was like so, I don't know, it was so much fun. We were all three of us were sitting there just like crying together. It was so good.
Yeah, I feel like you definitely enjoyed it more than I did, but that's mostly just because you have like a history with it.
Definitely. I mean, like this is my core musical. But we should move on to our holiday drinks section. Tell me about your holiday drinks, Claire.
So I am making kind of like, I don't know, like a candy cane, and that's what it's called.
Cute.
Or that's what the recipe I saw online is called. So it's basically like a shot glass, and you rim the shot glass with crushed peppermint,
Mm-hmm.
and then you pour some kind of adult chocolate inside.
Cute. I like that. Okay, I am going to be making an apricot frost Cosmo. And
Ooh.
it's basically, and then, which is essentially like an apricot Cosmo, and then it has like sugar around the rim, so it looks all frosty and cute. And then I will also be making a margarita in the theme of Christmas, so it will have like cinnamony notes of, cinnamon in there. But that one will be fun because I like margaritas and I want a margarita. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. And then I went today to one of the coffee shops nearby to scope out the holiday drink situation round town. And I went to Good Coffee. Have you been there before?
No, I haven't been there before.
It's okay. Like, it's pretty good. It's ridiculously expensive for what it is, but it's pretty good. And
have you been to Miss Oz Coffee and Ice Cream?
I don't think so. Where is that?
It's this new coffee place shop that opened, and it's really cute. I'll take some pictures and send them to you.
Yeah, please do. I'm curious. So I went there to kind of to scope out their seasonal menu situation. And I was kind of disappointed because they mostly had like fall drinks still, which I'm like, it's December, you guys, come on, chop. So like I got there and they had it was the option between a pumpkin spice, a PSL, which we've already done a PSL episode. We have done that. And so I was like, no, I'm not going to get the PSL. And then their other option was a brown butter apple pie coffee, which, okay. Now, if you've actually stayed with us through this entire thing, like you will remember that I think this was actually the same episode that we did the PSL, where I talked about at the time, Starbucks had come out with this like green apple crisp drink, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, I'm kind of curious because like I have no idea what to expect in terms of that. Like maybe it'll be kind of like a caramel apple, like that'll be good. I went and I got it and it was disgusting. It tasted like a Jolly Rancher or like a green apple Jolly Rancher coffee. And I was like, oh my God, this is so gross. So I was like, I was sitting there like dreading it. I was like, I should not order that. I'm not going to like it. It's going to be so gross. I was like, but I'm going to commit. Like, I'm going to do it. I want to like report back on the holiday drinks in the area. And so I ordered it. It was good. This one was like
really?
subtle. Yeah. Like I was surprised. I wouldn't have really called it like a green apple. It was much more like, I don't know. There was an apple taste to it, but it was much more like chai, cinnamon, like apple pie-y as opposed to like caramel apple, you know? Okay. And so it was like it was like all the seasonings that you would use in an apple pie and just like a little hint of like sweet apple in it, which was actually really good. I quite enjoyed it. So yes, that's my coffee drink of choice right now, or my holiday coffee drink of choice. Obviously, had they had a peppermint mocha, I would have gone for that. But yes, if I have to choose from my Thanksgiving options, that's what I would pick. So yeah, that was good. I don't know, like, have you seen any good coffee drinks around town that you've been like a fan of?
Well, it's not really a drink, but I went to Miss Oz. It's called Miss Oz Coffee and Ice Cream, and they also have, it's like a croffle. It's like a half croissant / waffle.
Oh my God, that
dessert.
sounds amazing.
Yeah. And I had that, and it was very, very good. I will send you pictures.
Please do. Like, what does it taste like? Do they put anything on it, or is it like plain?
Yeah, they have like a couple of different SKUs. Like, the one I got is kind of their classic ones, which is just like whipped cream on top.
Yum.
And like, it really does taste like, you know, a cronut?
Yes, I used to love the cronut.
It tastes a little bit like that, but a little denser.
Okay. Like, so is it, do they, I'm trying to like envision it. Do they like put a croissant in a waffle maker, or like, is it like, how do they, I don't know. I have to Google this. Okay, please, stop what you're doing and go on Yelp and look at the photos from Miss Oz Ice Cream and Dessert. The food looks so good. My mouth is watering looking at them.
But yeah, I tried that and it was excellent.
Okay.
So and they have other SKUs if you don't want to try the Norwegian brown cheese. Then they also have like, I think they have like a strawberry one and like a Oreo cookie one too. So
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though.
lots of SKUs.
The Norwegian brown cheese one looks really good. That looks super tasty. Okay, so I know where I'm gonna be getting my next dessert from. Yeah, so like I don't know. I've been in such a soup mood too recently. It's the winter. Like, how has your Christmas season been treating you? What have you been like? What's been coming up for you?
I've been making a lot of butternut squash soup lately.
Oh my god, Claire's butternut squash soup is like so good. I don't know, like something, you know me, like I talk about this all the time. I'm like a cereal hot weather soup eater. Like I just love soup all year round. But when it gets cold, I become like a fiend. It's like I don't want to eat anything solid. I'm just like, no, I only want soup. Right now.
No, I remember like last year you had the Panera bread soup for like
constant.
3 weeks.
Yes. Like I'm telling you, like I go through these phases where it's like all I want and I like refuse to eat anything else. So like I'm going through right now, my spot is Elephant's Delicatessen. They that's like my go-to right now. And they have this tomato soup, which like is one of my favorite types of soups, that they make with like orange, which sounds crazy, but it's so good. And now like I'm like addicted to that. So like I just go on Mondays and I buy like a big like pint of it and then I like dole it out for like my lunches during the week. But it's so good. Like I was sitting there, I was like, I'm like, this is my new obsession right now. And like I like if I'm not a cook, but like if I'm gonna make something, it's gonna be soup. And so it's been like putting me really like in the mood to try and make my own tomato orange soup, but I know it's not going to be as good. So I'm like sitting there, I should go and buy a pint and then try and make it so no matter what, I have Elephants to fall back on.
Yeah, I made like a big pot of chili about 3 days ago and I've been eating that through the week.
Nice. Yeah, it's that time, you know, like it's getting so cold.
Yeah, it's been raining this week too, which like kind of sucks.
It's annoying because like I feel like every single time it rains, the temperature rises just above freezing, so it's not going to snow. And then every time it stops raining, the temperature drops below freezing, and I'm just like, come on, just if you're going to be this cold, snow, you know?
Yeah. Does your cast like snow or no?
They are completely baffled by it. I think last year was the first time they really like saw snow. They like, cause like Morton's a Virginia cat, so he's seen it before, but he hasn't like, he's an indoor cat. Both my cats are indoor. So like they don't really go outside. But Walter was a California cat and he was like completely baffled by it. Like it was like if you put a laser up on the wall, he was mesmerized. He was like, locked in, staring at the window. It was funny. So I do hope it snows again because it's just A, amusing, and B, it's nice in the winter.
It'll be fun if it snows on the day when we had our party.
Oh, that would be so cute.
You know, because it's at the rooftop of your apartment
building,
building.
So we can see all the snow coming down.
Yeah, that would be cute.
I'm excited. It'll be fine. I have a bunch of stuff coming in for that.
What Christmas movie are you thinking about putting on?
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, like I'm a sucker for Elf, but I feel like I literally watched it yesterday, so I feel like I should pick something else. Let's see. I don't know. Do you have a favorite Christmas movie?
Not really, but
oh my god, we should put on Eloise at Christmas Time. We talked about that last year.
Yes, that would be fun.
That would be cute. We should do that. Yeah, just something I feel like something that's not that I don't see all the time, which would be Elf. And also something that's like still like Christmas themed, but not too like the center of attention, you know.
Mm-hmm. I saw on TikTok that Pinkmas this year is really popular.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it started because Michaels put out like a whole Pinkmas Christmas decoration line, and so people started buying that, and it became kind of a thing because giant bows are also like a trend.
I saw that too. I don't know how I feel about that. How do you feel?
I don't know. It's kind of ugly to me.
I think so too. Like, not to be a hater, but I don't like it. I'm like, do you? And I'm like, of course, like express yourself however you feel, but I will not be doing that.
I think it's I like the whatchamacallit, the ribbon flowers better
Same.
than like the giant ribbon flowers better than like the giant bow.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. Like, I feel like the bows are a little too bulky. Like, maybe if you put one at the top of the tree, I think that's cute. But like, the whole tree is a
Yeah.
little much.
Are you gonna be putting the Walters Christmas decorations for the party?
You know what? I
or-
think I will. Like, I was supposed to. I have a tree coming in. I bought a tree. This is like. I'll end with this. I bought a tree this year. Because I was like, oh, I finally like. I should just have a tree. Every year I'm like, should I buy a tree? And so I bought a tree this year, and it's being delivered January 20th. Like, I was just
Oh.
like, nice. Good job, Maya. Good job. So we're going to have to use Walter's thing. And next year I'll have a tree.
Cool. How do you think your cats will like do with that?
With my Christmas
Do
tree.
you think Morton will like try and destroy the tree?
No, he's not a tree destroyer. He is a tree
okay.
climber. Like, he will not attack. Well, actually, that's not true. We did have one year we had a tree, and my mom. Okay, this is like Maya lore. I'm gonna try and keep this short, but my parents, if you know anything about me, my parents from Virginia have an alpaca farm. And
Aw.
and last year my mom had shorn all of the alpacas and made these, those like trending little gnome ornaments where they have like the
Oh,
little
yeah.
beards and the hats. So my mom took all of the alpaca fur and she made a bunch of like alpaca fur gnome ornaments. For some reason, Morton was obsessed with them. Like, loved those gnomes. So she sent me like 4. And I put them all the way up the tree. Like, so there's one at the bottom, one in the middle, all the way up. And Morton started like messing with the one at the very bottom and then decided that he was obsessed with it. He would knock it off the tree constantly and then play with it and tear it apart and then jump up to the second one, pull it down until he got all the way up to the top and pulled the top one down. And I was like, at this point, I just think we need to like keep them in a place where he can't reach them. Like, I don't think we can put them on the tree anymore. But both of them, like, whenever a tree comes in, they're pretty good aside from the gnomes, aside from alpaca fur, they're good. And for the most part, they'll like just be totally mesmerized by it. Like, they think it's sparkly and pretty. So like Morton will often go and sleep underneath the tree, which I think is really cute. And Walter actually just kind of leaves it alone. He doesn't, unless there's like a glittery ball, then, which often there is, then Walter will become trouble. But yeah, what about you? Do you think you'll have a tree?
No, but I have Christmas lights up and Snuggle likes to look at them.
That's nice. I love that. I love Animal Christmas. I'm jazzed for our holiday celebration. And then you and I are also going to go see Zoo Lights. So we've got lots of fun stuff coming up. Do you have any final thoughts for our Christmas drinks episode?
Yeah, I guess just Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, you guys. Thanks for listening. And I hope your holiday season's going awesome.
Tune in next week for more fun convos and don't forget to follow us at Walters Rear Window on Instagram for updates.